Hi there and welcome back to our coverage of the World Economic Forum on Berita Satu. I'm Blaise Hope and with me is Narongchai, the Thai Energy Minister. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
Can you give me a picture of the country's energy landscape of Thailand? What's imported, what's produced?
Very large. Our economy is about 400 billion US dollar. Energy sector, almost 20% of that. So we're talking about an energy market of over 70 billion US dollar a year. Each day we use about almost 1 million barrels of crude oil and about 4,000 million cubic feet of natural gas. And we produce electricity. The capacity is about 30,000 megawatts. So relatively speaking, energy is a very big sector in Thailand. More importantly, we allow private companies to produce power, electricity, and selling oil and gas and so on. So in the case of power production, we have so many companies producing base load electricity, using oil and gas, using coal, and also renewables. So it's a very diversified market, and in the stock exchange, the energy sector is the biggest.
Are you refining a lot of that at home?
Yes, we have excess capacity in refinery. Actually, we export refined products, particularly to the neighboring countries. Now, luckily,
Like Indonesia?
No, immediate next door neighbor.
Okay.
Like Myanmar, Laos, PDR, Cambodia. They do not have refinery and they need refined product, and we export to them. It's a very strong sector, and we have, you see, because of that. For that reason, our oil and gas company called PTT is very highly respected, one of the biggest in the region, well recognized by Dow Jones. Their group, very good.
So you're a net exporter?
No, refined product, yes, but for crude oil, we are net importer. We have about 20% of our own. And for gas, we have close to 80% of our own. So we are net importer of energy, but we are very efficient producer of energy products.
Can you give me the makeup of energy in the country, hydro, coal, fuel?
Well, basically, if you talk about power, electricity generation, most of that come from natural gas, about 2/3. Then we have some coal-fired source, about 10-15%, and the rest will be hydro and renewable. Hydro, a lot of hydro come from Laos PDR. We import electricity produced by hydro facilities in Laos PDR, which is next door neighbor, and they have the Mekong River, which is a very big river capable of producing a lot of hydro power.
Is self-sufficiency a key drive right now?
Well, it's in terms of assuring availability. We cannot have self-sufficiency. As I said, we are an energy deficit country. So we need to rely on imports. And in order to make that available, we have to make sure that we can pay for it. In order to make sure that we can pay for it, we have to charge buyers, consumer market prices. And at the moment, we do not subsidize energy. We buy and sell at cost.
You spoke about private companies being able to operate.
Yes.
Where is the energy sector open to foreign companies?
Well, the production of power, we have bidding for that, for the big size of power companies, and for even smaller ones, we allow anybody to, it's a free investment in energy, in the power production. And in oil and gas, as you know, the retail sector, we have foreign companies operating, competing with our local national oil company.
You mentioned availability being the issue, so energy infrastructure, delivering power to homes.
Yes.
Is there a regional bias for that? Northern Thailand more?
You see, if you may not use that word bias, but in terms of availability, the reason that we can have access to power produced in Laos PDR So the north and northeastern region are very secure in terms of power supply. But in the south, their margin is very small. They have some risk of losing power. Particularly in the south, we supply power from a facility on the western side, which use gas from Myanmar. We have this gas pipeline from Myanmar. So in the south, not as secure as the other region. But that is not intentional. It's not a bias. It's just availability.
Yeah. Some critics at home in Thailand, they speak of Thailand not sort of getting enough from its oil concessions, or not being involved enough. Do you, in the investment and ownership of concessions, is there any plan to change that?
Well, we have, from the very beginning, we use concession system. And at the beginning, as in any other countries, foreign companies usually have some advantage in bidding for concessions. Then later on, local company, the PTT group, they also join in. And some of the concessionaires, they sold their concession to Thai companies. So in a way, at the moment, we can say that for concession production of oil and gas in Thailand, they are both foreign and local companies. But people criticize that country does not get enough benefit. It's just criticism. We make sure that we get the most. But as you know very well, in order to make investment attractive, you cannot extract everything from investor. You have to allow them to make enough profit.
So what kind of incentives are there?
No, we don't have any. We have all system of royalty and tax and so on, but these are in terms of scale. If you produce more, if you make more money, we take more from you. But if you produce less, we take less.
And it's scaled up?
That's scaled up and scaled down, same as in Russia, same as many other countries.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Narongchai, the Thai Energy Minister.